beside the 45. How's everybody today? My 1943 custom built 45-inch flathead chopper, built from a basket case of parts. A little bit of customized, built by hand. How about everybody? How's everybody today? Hopefully you're all out there and getting ready to go for a little motorcycle ride. If you're stop by and say hi and welcome in for a little morning motorcycle scrolling chit chat. Out for some morning live by the 45 and good morning coffee. Drop in and join in on some awesome two-wheeler freedom. This is some live beside the 45. There's lots of you know on here that I'm injured and can't ride, so that's where we're out here in the garage doing I've been doing some morning and afternoon coffee scrolling beside the 45. I'm booked in for upcoming surgery here in June, so I can't ride my motorcycle these days. Well, I'm gonna be out of commission all summer long, so I thought, well, doing some live stream and get all you folks in and let's share some motorcycle passion of what you ride and where you're from. And so when you drop in here, drop me a comment where you're from and what kind of motorcycle you ride. And do you doesn't matter what kind of motorcycle, or doesn't matter the name and the name or the badge on the side of the tank. We love them all. Two wheels and freedom in the wind is what it's all about. So yeah, if you're interested in some motorcycle conversation, drop in and say hi and share some live beside the 45 motorcycle conversation. It's all about love and passion to ride motorcycles and two wheels of freedom in the wind. Oh, there we go. Good morning, Cedel Luke Lucalron man. Welcome in, my friend. Sorry if I messed up your YouTube handle there. Florida. I haven't ridden in 10 years. Was a Ducati and a Harley guy. Been a long time, though I miss it. Oh, my friend, I'm sorry to hear that you don't ride anymore. But you're more than welcome to join in for some morning coffee scrolling beside the 45. This is my 1943 WLC 45-inch. Yeah. Good morning, my friend. Good to see you. Drop in and join in and share some riding stories. Oh, thank you kindly, my friend. I found her as a basket case and built her into I don't know if you've been on my channel before or not, but I've I do a little bit of my own style of customization and build it build a raw and real. So this one here, my 1943 Flathead. This is the third one of my motorcycle. Um, of my motorcycles that I've done some custom built handlebars for. On my channel, I get lots of video footage of my 1953 Panhead. That's the first one that I did some custom handlebar work on, and turns out they're so comfortable that to ride with that I figure, well, may as well carry on. And so my 53 and my 1943 started out from a basket case, a bare frame, and baskets and boxes of parts that I bought from a guy. He went to swap meets and was slowly buying all the parts, and so nothing's really matching, or other than, well, the original flathead frame, engine, transmission are all original, but the rest of it I put a six over stock length Springer front end on it, and yeah, just built it into a fun little chopper to ride. Then on the back end there, I did a little custom building on the saddle, or on the sissy bar. I mean, uh, beautiful bike. Oh, thank you, C. Dell. Thanks, my friend. I bet she's got some history, if that bike could speak. Oh yeah, no kidding. Like I said, the guy that I bought it from, he was swap meet shopping and was had the lifetime dream, I guess, to build himself a 45, but uh, he gave up on the project and then decided to sell it. So that's how I acquired it. And Cedel, Ron Real is the only way, brother. Absolutely, my friend. I always appreciate that anybody that like yourself, that raw and real is that's why my YouTube channel looks like it does. It's all raw and real, just for the most part. Me and my old motorcycle collection, and building them and riding and traveling across country to uh, to put a little motorcycle like this together, and then jump on and ride ride from Saskatchewan to California. Puts a smile on my face every day. So I absolutely love it. Uh, AM XM, welcome in, my friend, and thank you kindly. Yeah, built from a basket case of parts, 1943 WLC. How about yourself? What kind of motorcycle do you ride, and where are you from? Your custom work is great. I love that bike. Thank you kindly. C. Dell, thank you, my friend. And then I'll show you on the back end here. So over many miles of traveling from Alaska to Newfoundland and San Diego and Key West, I always thought to myself, how do I make my sissy bar more comfortable? And so all these leather straps right here, I packed my sleeping bag and tent behind the seat here, and then my clothes bag on top, so it all turns into my backrest. And then all the miles of traveling, thinking, how do I make my sissy bar more comfortable. I found some levers off an old McCormick Deering oat binder, or binder for making sheaves. And so there's some rusty old, probably 100+ year old iron that I bought off of they were sitting out back of a farmer's field. And I thought there's the perfect opportunity of my parts I need to build my adjustable sissy bar. And so the old mechanical function lever, you squeeze the handle here, and then it lifts out of the cog, and then I can adjust my sissy bar and backrest throughout the day, so I can change my riding position from sitting upright to kick back, laid out, relaxing, enjoying up some miles of sunshine. Oh. Of course, with all my leather and stuff and everything on there, you can't see it real clear, and the saddlebags cover it. But if you're interested in seeing more, I've got a couple of videos on my channel in the playlist. Uh, if you're interested, scroll through the playlist, and I've got a bunch of videos of how I figured out and built all of the mount to make this all function. And yeah, there's some fun creative imagination to uh, build something uh, build something by hand. uh, just hang on here, everybody. I'm getting behind on the comments. Oh, there we go. I got that one. AMXM. Oh, oh, wow, nice piece. Thank you kindly, sir. Your custom work is great. I love that bike. Thank you. Good morning, Eric. How you doing this morning, my friend? Welcome back in for some more motorcycle morning coffee scrollers. 2-4. Good morning, East Coast of Canada. How you doing, my friend, today? They're 2-4. Going out for some motorcycle miles today. Uh, Mock Boy, Zedo, hello from New Hampshire. Oh, yes, beautiful, amazing state of New Hampshire. Laconia, Laconia bike run. Awesome, my friend. Welcome in for some morning live by the 45. It's always great to see everybody in, and where you're from and what kind of motorcycle you ride. Seadale, can you fire her up for a min? I haven't heard a real bike in a while. Um, Unfortunately, I'll explain the story to you. As you can see, I got a couple of drip pans under here. Um, I haven't, I haven't had her running for months, as I was rear-ended on the highway in July of 24 by a distracted driver, and I dislocated my shoulder. And so I haven't been riding. This is the second summer that I haven't been riding, and I'm booked in June. All this big muscle that's in the front of our shoulder where it goes out into my arm, I got that all detached off the bone. So I haven't I can start it, but it's like I say, I show you the drip pan. The She thumps the bottom end right full of oil, and before I started, I got to pull the drain plug out of the cases, and and start it. So it creates a bunch of frustration that if I do start it, that I got it full of oil, and then every time I start it, I can't ride it. So with the shoulder the way it is, I can't stand it up to be able to go for a ride. So I haven't been starting it, but I get this shoulder fixed up, and well, my surgeon told me, he said when you wake up from surgery, he said you're going to be in a sling for 7 to 9 months, and then start physical therapy. So I got a long road ahead of me yet before I can ride. So I could start up for you, my friend, but I just to drain all the oil out of the cases, and then it's going to sit there for another 9 months. Creates a bunch of frustration, my friend. Mockboy ZO, Yankee ingenuity at its best. Love it. Oh, thank you kindly, my friend. Yeah, it's fun to do some one of a kind, one of a kind creative with your imagination. That's how I come up with the straight up handlebars. Uh, the first set I built, they turned out they're so awesome, comfortable to hang on to. They on my 53 panhead, not whatever. I'm not sure if you've been on my channel, but there's lots of video footage on my channel. My 53 panhead. That's the first one that I built, a set of straight up handlebars that I think it was 2010 when I built them, and they're so awesome, comfortable to hang on to that I went ahead and I built a set of straight up handlebars for my 1982 shovel head, and then I thought, well, when I built my little 1943 here, I thought, well, I'm going to do the same thing. So, yeah, when you uh, when you grab a hold of the handlebars, it's like that. It's straight up. There's none of this. No rotating and twisting your arm and twisting your forearm and your wrist, hanging onto them. So, yeah, some fun stuff to do something different, one of a kind. Uh, Sleeping bag and tent. You're a rare one, brother. A real one. Very cool. Well, thank you kindly, C. Dill. Yes, I never leave home on this bike here. I pack my tent on top of the headlight, and then yeah, like I said, back here on the back end, my sleeping bag and my clothes bag pack in underneath. Use them leather straps. That's how I tie them on there, and so I love it. Lots of corner to corner motorcycle miles between Alaska, Newfoundland, San Diego, and Key West. Uh, Cedel, what's in the tank? It's auxiliary gas tank. That's 3 gallons of gas that I got hanging on here. The if you're familiar with on the old 45s, the left-hand tank, that's 3.5 gallons of gas, and the right side is oil tank. So this is 3 gallons gas hanging on the back of the sissy bar here, and I got it plumbed in. The fitting comes out of the bottom of the tank, and I got it plumbed in with a rubber hose. Goes down in along the frame in there, and up here, right under my butt cheek, tied to the on the side of the frame, I get a shut-off valve for it, and then hosed up, and then I got it teed in below, right below the main petcock. So I get 6.5 gallons of gas, and living up in the in the northwest central plains of the continent, and some of the most of the rural areas in the small towns. Sometimes it's quite a stretch between gas stops, so put an extra tank on there. It's always easier having extra gas than it is walking for gas. So with the small tank, I've done the same thing on my 53 pan and 82 shovel. Got uh, got remote mount tanks on the back on my 53 pan head and 82 shovel head. They're horizontal rigid mount tanks because the sissy bar is rigid mounted on them. But this one here, because I made this sissy bar so that it's adjustable function, I thought, well, I'll just get a vertical tank, and then it I got it hanging off of this. Well, it's a good heavy 2-inch wide leather strap that 3 gallons of gas ain't gonna bother it, and then it don't get in the way when I'm uh for that adjustable sissy bar. It just kind of swings around swings around where it needs to be, and yeah, it works out pretty awesome. And then because it's just hanging off of that 2-inch strap, I punched a hole through the strap, so the fitting out of the tank is in the hole, so it can't. There's no way it can escape out of there. And yeah, just a couple of straps around it so that it can't teeter totter and tip its way out of there. So yeah, it works pretty awesome. And I can run quite a few miles with 6.5 gallons of gas on the old 45. Mock boy, it looks like a fuel tank, possibly. Yes, sir, my friend. It absolutely is. Eric, absolutely love the older and classic bikes. Raw and real is awesome and very respected. However, no, not the only way. Oh, yes, absolutely, Eric. It it all starts with two wheels and freedom in the wind. That's where it all begins. Like I like I tell everybody, it don't matter about the name or the badge on the side of the tank. It's two wheels and freedom in the wind. And of course, you got to have a spring ride seat. A bunch of old coil, whatever they 4 or 5 inch diameter coil springs that I caught the toe of my boot on. They were buried in the grass, so I dug them out and I bunched a whole bunch of them together and wrapped a strap around them to hold them, and then I just had a piece of leather to wrap them around there, and there we go. We got a custom made spring ride seat. uh, Good stuff. Mock boy, extra fuel. Yes, sir, my friend. 6.5 gallons of gas. Uh, Seadell, glad you're okay, man. Be careful. Thank you kindly. We're these darn cell phones and the distracted driving is disgusting. I think we all see it. So, yeah, thank you, Seadell. Once I get healed up, I'll definitely fire her up for you, and you be able to hear her purring away. It of course the awesome little 45-inch flathead engine, and of course you got to have a set of straight drag pipes on it so you can hear her talking to you, and she sounds pretty crispy awesome. I It's built pretty much just back to stock. And yeah, when she's breathing out of them straight drag pipes, she sounds pretty good. And yeah, so like I said, booked in for surgery coming up in June. I'm looking forward to getting that done, getting the surgery over with, but I'm not overly excited about 7 or 9 months in my arm in a sling, but got to do it because this ain't working with that muscle tore off the bone. It's a pretty nasty experience. Stupid, distracted driver. So, like I said, we all see it, and we all see it everywhere. No matter where you're driving around, there's always somebody looking at their phone. It's horrible. At Tal's Hog Shop. Good morning, my friend. Welcome in for some morning coffee scrolling live by the 45. How you doing today? Are you going for some motorcycle miles today? I hope. Uh, Michael Michael Stevens. Good morning, my friend. Welcome in for some morning live beside the 45 coffee scrollers. Uh, just scrolling by, very freaking cool. I used to ride a 56 BSA. Oh wow, cool. That's some that's some awesome old history of iron too. I bet you wish you still had that today. I wish you did anyways. It's always fun to catch up with guys that have a passion for some old motorcycles. And this one, pardon me, this one's a my 1943 45-inch WLC Flathead. I uh, I found her as a basket case. It was a bare frame and baskets and boxes of parts, and so yeah, I just I I didn't have an original front end or tins or nothing for it, so I put a 6 over stock length Springer front end on it. 130/90/16 front end back tires. And then I don't know if you guys been on my channel or not, and I got I love doing a little bit of custom one of a kind fabrication work. So a little bit of straight up handlebars. My the first one I did, I got a 53 panhead chopper that I same thing built from a basket case of parts, and that's the first one that I built a set of straight up handlebars for. So and then they're so darn comfortable. I got a 1982 shovelhead. I built a set of straight up handlebars for it, and then well, when I got this one put together and ready for the road, it's like, well, let's build some handlebars. So yeah, it's a pretty awesome, comfortable, fun to ride. So how about yourself? What kind of motorcycle do you ride, Michael? And yeah, thanks for dropping by. And I wish you still had your 56 BSA, my friend. So, yeah. See, Dale, I got to get to the shop. I subscribed. I'll be back. God bless you. Sending strength and prayers for your recovery and safe rides when you get back up on 2 wheels. Have a great day. Oh, thank you kindly, my friend. Much appreciated your prayers and well wishes to my recovery. I got a long road ahead of me yet here, so that's why I just recently started doing these doing these live streams. So they're kind of if you're scrolling through my channel and you think, oh my God, this guy's channel's a mess. they I built my YouTube channel not knowing what I was doing, and and I didn't know the difference between a longer or a short, and I I was just happy I got videos loaded on my channel, and so when you're scrolling through, if you think, oh my God, this guy's video is a mess, they're just like my doing these lives here, just me and my phone and my old motorcycles. That's pretty much all that's on my channel. So I hope you enjoy. And me and my motorcycles and some cross country traveling. Norbert Wienermilk, hello, welcome in, Norbert. How you doing today, my friend? Welcome in for some morning live by my 45 coffee scrolling. Where are you from, and what kind of motorcycle do you ride, my friend? Mock Boy, I'm happy I came across your channel. I just subscribed. Stay whole, brother. Catch you on the flip side. All right, cool, my friend. Thank you kindly. And yeah, when you're, like I just said on on my live here, when you get into my channel and think, oh my God, this guy's channel's a mess. Well, that's exactly why I built my channel when I'm not much of a social media watcher, so my my channel is what it is. I load all my pretty well pardon me, pretty well all of my videos are me and yeah, all my videos are shot with my phone in my hand, or I got it sitting against the curb or a rock or whatever. Whatever. I just got a bunch of kickstart shorts of my different bikes, and yeah, it's that's why I don't watch social media, because I for the most part I got most of my feed all scrolled through or filtered out. That if there's not a motorcycle in the picture before the video starts, I don't click on it. That's the only thing I'm on social media for. Is, well, for me, it starts out with two wheels and freedom in the wind. So everybody's welcome in here. It doesn't matter what kind of motorcycle you ride. It starts with two wheels and freedom in the wind. I just I happen to have a passion for and love my old ones, and it's fun to both my 43 and 53 bought them in bare frames and baskets of parts, just to uh, build them into whatever chopper your imagination can come up with. Uh, Sleepy time videos. Good morning, my friend. Welcome in. What kind of bike? Uh, it's a 1943 45-inch WLC Flathead Harley. It's if you're not familiar, wartime bike. The Harley Davidson, they built this little flathead for the military, and the American military, they serial numbered them at WLA, and then they built the same bike for the Canadian military, and they serial numbered them WLC. So they were they were built for the specifically for, or from what I understand, the knowledge I know, I don't know everything, but of different stuff that I have learned about it, they were built to for the military of kick 'em, run, and built out of necessity. So uh, sleepy time videos. He says hello to everyone. Yes, hello to you too, my friend, and welcome into some live beside the 45. Love my Harley Davidson. Uh, what kind of motorcycle do you ride? Sleepy time videos. Have no springs in the back. On mine, you mean, or yours? Yeah, mine. They're an old original rigid frame out of the neck, single down tube frame on them, and you can see back there the frame tubes, all the rigid frame. So no springs on mine. How about yours? Sleepy time, no springs in the back. Charmat 67. Welcome in, my friend, for some morning coffee scrolling beside the 45. Spit on the tank. No, there's no spit on the tank. She's original tank, original old raw steel tank. What's a, a repop tank on it, but no, there's no spit on it. Sleepy time. I subbed. All right, on. Thank you, my friend. I hope you enjoy my channel. What year of bike is this? It's a 1943. 1943 WLC 45-inch flathead. Yes, sir. Thanks to for uh, helping me in the comments here. I get lost and mixed up, and it always helps when some of you fellows that are in here know who I am and help me along with the comments. uh, Sleepy time. Nice, no computer crap on it. No, sir, there's not. That's the points and condenser in there. They're actually there's some fun ones if you're familiar with points on a motorcycle. These uh these here, they're old style points. Take the cap off so you can see them here. Staying on, I just got to go around the other side. I got a little flashlight sitting here that I'll show you a close up of the old points from back in the day. They're pretty cool little pieces. There's what the points look like in the points and condenser. So yeah, awesome, fun little stuff. Pretty simple and easy exposed to uh, get at when you're traveling, when you got to adjust the points. Pretty handy, easy. Just pop the cap off, and all you need is a screwdriver and a matchbook. And easy exposure to get to. And yeah, like you say, no computer stuff. I have a '02 Harley 883 XL 1200 hardtail. Oh, cool. You know all about the hardtail ride. Awesome fun. Lightweight motorcycle to ride. So is this one. My little 45. It's nice and lightweight little motorcycle. Not very much power with this 45, but they're 18 or 20 horsepower, but it sure puts a smile on my face, and that's all that matters. And how about on your little hardtail chopper? You got you ran the foot clutch on it too. If I show you some close-ups of I run I love the look of it and the style of it. Anybody that's not familiar with it or doesn't know, the old style rocker foot clutch. This this is the rocker mechanism in here, and then it's a heel toe shift. For anybody that's not familiar with them, put your foot or put your boot on here, and your heel, the heel pedal, push it down, that disengages, and then shifter gate and the shift up on the side of the tank. So she's hand shift, and then once you're shifted into gear, then back on the clutch pedal here, then you push your toe down, and that's how you engage the clutch. So yeah, the old heel toe rocker clutch. I love the look of the mechanism and the how it functions. So I've got three of my old bikes with the rocker clutch on them. I love the look of them and the function. So pretty cool, pretty cool old school stuff. Or I like it anyways. So sleepy time, nice bike, bro. Thank you kindly, my friend. Charmat, I've been on your channel, and it seems you suffer from server traveler's diarrhea. Sorry about that. There's Charmate. You don't make much travel. Yeah, I'm a motorcycle traveler. I hope you get the opportunity to someday as well. Uh, Sleepy time videos. Thank you kindly, my friend. I love everybody that comes in here just for some awesome motorcycle. That's what this is, a motorcycle channel of everybody to get in and share some passion of and love of your motorcycle, and doesn't matter the brand or the style of riding you do. And have made many miles over the years, and uh, Eric, have you been staying active? I highly recommend walking daily. A long layoff and recovery can take a toll. Yes, I've been trying to get out and go do some walking every day. It kind of uh, Eric, you've been on my channel. I know enough, and this it daily. My walk kind of daily depends on my knee. Um, from the accident, some days this whole part of my knee still swells up like a cantaloupe from the. I'm not sure. Whatever, it's a remaining injury that hasn't quite finished healing up yet. The doctor actually wants to go in and he said there's something wrong in my kneecap here from the injury, and well, whatever, obviously the injury, but I spent 11 days in the hospital. I got a bunch of footage, but whatever, it's pretty gruesome graphic. I ended up in the hospital for 11 days, hooked up to three different kinds of 24-hour IV antibiotics. I had an infection in my leg, and my knee and right to my ankle was swole up that big around. So it my walking kind of depending on what my knee's feeling like. But yeah, I totally understand what you're talking about. And this couch potato time is definitely not good for a guy. So it's my frustration of no motorcycle miles definitely taken my toll, and or taken its toll on me. And that's why being on here and doing these lives, and all you guys coming in here, and all your awesome support sure helps keep a smile on my face every day, which is so much loved and appreciated. And thank you kindly to all for your love and support of my recovery process that has gone on for an extremely long time. Tall's Hog Shop fixed Ricky's bike last night. He hit a skunk, tweaked the forks, was giving him death wobble, had to loosen it all up and retorque the neck to realign it. Going to see Triumph tonight in Irving. Oh man, that's nasty. Hitting a skunk and twisting the front end loose. I've uh, yeah, that's not good, but hopefully it didn't. Hopefully that's all it was just give her a jolt and you're doing the readjustment and alignment in the front end clamps. Hopefully that straightened it all out for him. Sleepy time videos at our age recovery takes twice as long. Yeah, and unfortunately, I'll explain it to you. So when my shoulder got dislocated, it come straight out the front of the socket, and the first MRIs and orthopedic surgeon, he said there's tears all over the place in there, but there's no one spot that's torn bad enough to warrant doing surgery, that it'll heal on its own, just with physical therapy. So I've done physical therapy twice a week for over a year and a half straight, and time after time, every session, I've told the physical therapist, like, you're hurting my shoulder. It's every every session of therapy. My next The next day, I could hardly move my arm. It was hurting so bad. They get in there, and of course, you're supposed to lay there and relax so they can move your arm around. And so they got a hold of my arm and they're going all over the place and moving it, and then ow, 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 and progressively, every time one of them ows, they were tearing it, tearing it, tearing it, tearing it, and finally, it's getting to a point where I can't handle it anymore. So I went back to an orthopedic surgeon again, and he sent me for new MRIs from what was partially torn apart, a bunch of small tears, is now it's completely tore apart and detached off the bone. And so here we are. Well, July 18th, 24 was when the accident was, and now in June is when I'm going for surgery. So it's been a long, frustrating process getting through it, but I got to do it so that I can reach these. uh, it's frustrating, my friend. So yeah, at our age, recovery takes twice as long. Uh, Mangwa Chong, welcome in, my friend. Sorry if I mispronounced your handle on here. Uh, Lord Scott Welfare Care Center. Okay, sounds good, my friend. Is that where you go? Welcome in for some live beside the 45, sir. Uh, Drop us in the comments where you're from and what kind of motorcycle you ride. Uh, Sleepy time videos. The freedom of two wheels is like no other feeling. Absolutely, my friend. That's what it's all about to me. Freedom in the wind. Carson. Good morning, Carson. So you've been riding for years and years. Yeah, I've got uh, I've got a 2000 Softail on it that's got or 2000 Softail that has 290,000 miles on it of highway time between Alaska, Newfoundland, San Diego, and Key West. So I've got a few miles of practice on it, and then, well, if you've been on my channel, my 43, well, I got a Speedo on here, but it got 917 miles on it, and then it quit working. So That just tells me we don't have to keep track of the miles that we ride. When the back tires wore out, put a new one on. Um, yeah, so my 43 Speedo don't work. My 53, I didn't put a Speedo on it when I built it. My 82, it uh, it or the Speedo doesn't work on it. So yeah, I don't know. After you get the first 10 miles on, does it matter how many miles you got? my my 2000 Softail, like I said, it's got 290,000 miles on it. So I got I got a couple of years of highway miles of riding. Uh, Bunker time, like share it done. Uh, Thank you kindly, my friend, and welcome in for some live beside the 45 morning coffee coffee scrolling. Uh, Share your motorcycle passion and story with us. That's why I do all these, my friend. And it's being injured and not being able to ride is a terrible, frustrating thing. Their bunker time. So when you're out on your motorcycle making some miles today, put a couple on for me too. Much appreciated. And thank everybody. Thank you all for joining in, and you certainly sharing your motorcycle passion as I do. Certainly helps keep the happiness in my heart and soul for my old motorcycles and a smile on my face. So a big shout out and thanks to everyone for your motorcycle passion and joining in for some live beside the 45 morning coffee chats. My bike has the clutch on the handlebar. Oh, yes. Perfect. It functions well up there, too. Uh, Good morning, Jason. Good morning, my friend. It's always awesome to see you come rolling through the comment string here to stop and say good morning and hello, Cactus. I love it, my friend. And yeah, hey, you get the opportunity to get out for a few motorcycle miles today. Aaron Williams. He says that stinks. Yes, sir, my friend. Thank you kindly. And you certainly got that right. And that's if you haven't if you haven't heard, it's all due to a distracted driver. Somebody on the highway hit me in a well. There's a video posted on my channel that it kind of at the scene. The distracted driver that hit me, a white Dodge Ram pickup, hit me at 75 or 80 mile an hour. So it's been a long, slow process getting over that one. But I certainly do appreciate everybody's support and well wishes and healing to get through all of this. So thank you kindly, Aaron. Uh, Batchide Truck Razy. Good morning, my friend. Welcome in for some live beside the 45 motorcycle conversation. Hey, you guys, you're all welcome. Drop in the comments here where you're from and what kind of motorcycle you guys ride. This one here, if you're new in here on the live, this is my 1943 45-inch flathead that I did a little custom fabrication on. My my style is straight up handlebars. I got three of my old bikes built like that, and then not sure how long you've been on here. The miles of motorcycle traveling I've done over the years, I always thought to myself of how do I make my backrest more comfortable? So these leather straps here, my sleeping bag goes in there, and then my clothes bag stacked in here, and so it gives me an awesome backrest. And then my other motorcycles with the rigid sissy bars, I always thought to myself, how do I make my sissy bar more comfortable? Well, why not make it reclining, readjustable? And so the adjustable, I found the manual function levers off of an old McCormick Deering binder out of a farmer's field out back. And so the manual function squeeze the handle here, and when you squeeze the handle, it lifts that out of there, and then I can adjust my sissy bar back into now we're laid back, relaxed. Just chopping up some highway miles. So the sissy bar on the other side, it's independent. It has the exact same function on the other side. So yeah, it's pretty awesome, comfortable on them cross country motorcycle road trips. And a simple adjustment like that, and you can adjust your comfort. So auxiliary gas tank, running some cross country road trip miles. I love it, my friends. Uh, Eric to Tal's Hog Shop. Awesome. I'm a big fan of Triumph. Absolutely, my friends. I'm uh, Moto Guzzle. Moto Guzzle. Absolutely. Burn gas. That's as I just learned here the other day. An old chap dropped into the live here. I'll grab my little flashlight here so I can point out and show you. They because these were built out of necessity for wartime. The carburetors on these old 45s, there's no adjustable jets in them. It's it's an old M88 Linkert carburetor, and this old chap was telling me the other day that they were designed and built specifically for the military to be able to digest and burn dirty gas and whatever they could. So built out of necessity more than anything else. So pretty cool little old carburetor they have on them. So awesome, fun stuff. So yeah, Moto Guzzle. Uh, Eric, yeah, sorry, Eric. A big fan of a Triumph. Absolutely, my friend. I'm a big fan of everybody. To me, it starts with two wheels and freedom in the wind. It doesn't matter about the badge on the side of the tank or the name. It's two wheels and freedom in the wind. In other words, get a little wind in your whiskers. Sleepy time videos. I got hurt in 2018 and have not healed up yet, being a long, hard roll. But I'm alive and will ride again. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. What, 2018 until now? Oh my gosh. I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. He must have got smashed up. He must have got smashed up pretty bad. Sorry to hear that. And I'm in the same boat. Uh, Prayers and a healthy recovery to you. You've been suffering your way through it longer than I have, unfortunately. Uh, there's my good morning, my friend. Rev it up, Patrick Rowe. How you doing this morning, my friend? Patrick Rowe. I think he's been on my channel since the beginning. And thank you kindly, Patrick, for I love it. You drop in and when if you guys are scrolling through the comments there, Patrick Rowe, rev it up. That means good morning, motorcycle people. Yeah, I love it. Go in my comment stream there, and Patrick Rowe, he's always says good morning with rev it up. Got to go do a pulmonary functions check this afternoon. I wish you well and hope it all goes well for you, Patrick, my friend. Are you getting out on your motorcycle and riding there this for your afternoon appointment? I hope. Uh, Here we go. Lucas, Lucas Z, THN. Hello, Cactus. Greetings from Poland. Well, welcome in, my friend. Welcome to some live by the 45 for some morning coffee scrolling. And that's awesome. I believe you're the first fella in from the drop in from Poland. Welcome in, my friend. I'm actually being I'm injured and banged up here and can't ride my motorcycle. I've uh, I've got a big world map coming and a bunch of pins. So I'm gonna hang it up on the wall here and everybody, if you're interested and you want to, tell me where you're from, and I'll get up and I'll put a pin in the map for you and see how long it takes to till we get a pin in every country of the world. So I find it absolutely amazing how on YouTube you can click a button and within 3 seconds you can communicate with people all over the world. So yeah, Lucas from Poland, welcome in for some live beside the 45, my friend. What are you a motorcycle man too? Drop us a comment what kind of motorcycle you ride over there in Poland. Uh, Sleepy time. I just did a pulmonary function test last week. I hope results all come back well for you. Sleepy time, my friend. Um, I hope all is well. Valley Roofing, Paul from London, England, and I've got a Lambretta GP 150. Well, welcome in, Paul from London, England. Good morning. Well, it's 10 after 7. I'm in Arizona. 10 after 7 Arizona time. Uh, Both Lucas in Poland and Paul from London, England. Welcome in, my friend. What time of the day is it? Uh, at home where you're from? Sleepy time videos, American, awesome. Roadrunner 0517. Explain a little more what you mean there, sleepy time, so we all understand your comment. Random rants. Good morning, my friend. Howdy from the Yowie. Midnight. Unfortunately, it is time for me to put on my gym jams on, brush my toothpicks, and go sleepy bobos. Keep it real on the back wheel, mate. Uh, Everybody in here this morning. Random rants. Our friend from Queensland, Australia, dropping in. Well, he's on the way to bed. It's midnight in northern Australia. Always love seeing you drop in for some. Well, here it's morning live by the 45. There, random rants. So have a good night there, my friend, and and we'll chat with you tomorrow. Turning wrenches. Good morning, my friend. Welcome in. Looks like a nice ride. History helps the new machine do nothing for me. Awesome, my friend. Yeah, 1943 WLC 45-inch flathead. I started with a basket case and did a little custom fabrication work and built some handlebars and old school awesome. And how about yourself, turning wrenches? What do you ride an old motorcycle? Uh, London, England, 3:10 p.m. here in England. Nice. Did you oh hey, did I missed on what kind of motorcycle do you ride? Just scrolling back in the comments. A Lambretta GP 150. Not familiar with your motorcycle, my friend, but a two wheels and freedom in the wind is where it all starts. So, were you out 3:10 p.m. here in England? Are you getting out for a motorcycle mile today? Uh, Random rants. Ordered parts for Kane today, so I'll sleep well, bro. Right on. Put some new get some new parts ordered in for your old motorcycle. It's awesome. Awesome, awesome. Anybody else, if you're new, just dropped into the live by the 45. Welcome welcome in for some live by the 45 here this morning. My 1943 45-inch flathead, little custom building out of a basket case of parts. Building some doing some old school by hand, garage built, one of a kind. Uh, Fun stuff. No no computer function here. Oh, I took the lid off the points for somebody here this morning. Somebody mentioned something about there no computer on here. No, the old style points. They're not even one piece. They're multiple pieces that you got to assemble as you put them in there. So pretty cool little old motorcycle. Valley Roofing. It's a 60s scooter like a Vespa. Oh, cool, my friend. Awesome, easy for running around busy town. Easy to park. That's awesome. Brian Morris says hi. Good morning, my friend. How are you doing today? And welcome in for some live beside the 45 here this morning. What part of the country are you from, Brian? And what kind of motorcycle do you ride? Random rants. I was thinking it was a scooter, being a Lambretta Valley Roof. Yes, sir, my friend. Brian Morris. I had a 41. That's cool. But you don't have it anymore, Brian? And a 41, what? 41, that's knucklehead era. Was it a knucklehead you had, or was it an old flathead too? This is this one here. I found it as a basket case, bare frame, and boxes and basket case of parts. And so yeah, it's an original frame, and then the 45-inch engine, 3-speed transmission. Uh, oh, Brian Morris, all gone. Oh, I bet you wish you still had her though. When I built this one, I put a 6 over stock Springer front end on it, just so I could call it my little chopper. And yeah, it's pretty awesome, fun little motorcycle to ride and travel across country. Always pack the tent with me. Always that's the tent on top of the handlebars, and then I, of course, running open belt primaries. I always pack a spare belt or two with me, and yeah, I love it. Some custom hand built, one of a kind stuff. So I'll show you the back end here. I don't know if you've been on my channel or not and watched. I've done lots of cross country road trips, and I always think to myself, or previously, I always thought to myself, how can I make my backrest more comfortable? So these leather straps, my sleeping bag goes in here, and then my clothes bag stacks on top of it, and that all becomes my backrest. And so my other old bikes, they all got rigid mount sissy bars, and every day when you pack up, I always think, how do I make my sissy bar more comfortable? So found these old mechanical levers, or that's what I come up with the idea. Hey, some old mechanical levers off old farm machinery. So these are mechanical levers off an old McCormick Deering binder. This piece and this piece here. So if you're not familiar with the old mechanical function, you squish this handle here, and that lifts it up out of the ratchet, and then I can adjust my backrest in recline position for the day, or or partway through the day, and or if you want to sit up right, adjust her into position like that, and yeah, works pretty awesome. Being able to adjust your riding position throughout the day. So, yeah, Brian, you're 41. What kind of motorcycle was that? And did it, anybody that's not familiar with, have you seen or know what this is a rocker foot clutch, heel toe clutch function? The heel pedal, step on the heel pedal to disengage, tank shifter into gear, and then to push your toe down to engage, and away you go. For anybody that's watching and not familiar with that or seen one before, I love the look of the piece and the function of it. So pretty awesome. Uh, how about anybody else? Who else is in here? Drop us a comment where you're from and what kind of motorcycle you ride. Share your share your motorcycle stories with us. That's why I do all these do start doing these live streams, sharing everybody's motorcycle stories and passion to ride two wheels. Random rants. Here's your joke for the day. Old Cactus picked up a hot chick at the bar. He said, "Come home with me, baby." She said, "Sure, but I'm on my way on my motorcycle." He said, "I'm sure my motorcycle will keep up." There you go. Absolutely. Old school, awesome random rants. And yeah, anybody that's in here, I I keep it all clean. I keep all the comments and everybody keep it clean in here because family friendly with everybody. There's there's a couple of young fellows that they're just getting started riding motorcycles. They don't even have their license yet, but they got a small dirt bike and they're learning the passion young. So to me, that's what it's all about. That's and I try and keep my channel all the same too, happy, positive, clean. So it's much appreciated, everybody, for that. PT 3752. Welcome in, my friend. He says, "Is that a Yamazi?" No, it's not PT 3752. It's if you're familiar with it, it's a 1943 WLC 45-inch flathead. It's the old military motorcycle that I found in bare frame boxes and basket cases of parts, and well, I built her into my little one of a kind, awesome chopper. So yeah, Harley Davidson, my friend, not a Yamaha or however you pronounce that. I've never seen one of them before. A little bit of custom fabrication on the sissy bar, made it adjustable. Awesome, awesome comfort function. And random rant. Uh, may, not being nasty, but maybe just a little one. Just try to keep it all family friendly. Friendly, like I said, there's uh, there's a few different young fellows that are just getting in. They don't even have their license yet, but they got a small dirt bike and they're out riding. I won't I won't mention their names, but they're always more than welcome in here. So that's why I always try and I always will keep my social media presence happy, positive, so that everybody feels welcome in here. So uh, not to give you a scolding there, random rants, but clean and happy, positive motorcycle content. I love your outback northern Queens, Australia stories of motorcycle traveling, my friend. But I'm sure you understand what I mean. So respect, respect, and sharing the awesome, uh, positive motorcycle community. That's what that's what motorcycles are for me. That's why I've been saying for years. It doesn't matter the brand of the motorcycle. It's two wheels and freedom in the wind. Of That's where it all starts. Two wheels and in the wind, freedom. So I hope you all share the same passion, and with you all joining in my live here, that's what it's all about. So random rants. I'm gonna try and get my big world map hanging on the wall here today, and if you're interested, when you drop by, tell me where you're from, and I'm going to put a pin in the map and see how many countries of the world we can get pinned to the map. So, interestingly, awesome here this morning already. We had a chap stop in from Poland and a guy from London, England, and our friend Random Rants from Queensland, Australia. Excuse me for that. Sorry about it. But uh, Paul Oman, good morning, my friend. Dropping in for some morning live beside the 45 from Minnesota. Has it warmed up in the North Country yet? Yes, it's gradually getting there. The I'm not at I'm not at home right now. I'm down in Arizona, so it's nice sunshiny warm. But um, just a couple days ago, a friend of mine dropped into my live here for a couple minutes, and he said it was snowing in Saskatoon again. So, yeah, it's typical life in the north. You being in Minnesota, you guys get pretty much the same weather, just maybe not quite as cold a weather. But yeah, the frustration of wintertime. uh, Random rants. I'm in trouble then. That was a pretty clean joke. I didn't even use any naughty words, but all good, bro. Yeah. Yeah. Much appreciated, random rants. Uh, you know what I mean. So, like I said, I want to get my big world map, and we'll pin you on the map where you're from down there in Queensland, Australia. I think there's a pretty large motorcycle community in Australia. I've got well, yourself from Queensland, a couple chaps from over around Sydney, another guy from Perth, another guy from down on the south coast of Australia. I've dropped in for some motorcycle live by the 45 chit chat. Paul was 38 again last night. Oh yes, another uh, another Arctic front blowing through. That's probably the one that my buddy Murray was talking about. That it was dropping some snow just a couple days ago up in Saskatoon. So the frustration of living in the north. Sleepy time videos. Indianapolis, in Indianapolis, Indiana, Naptown, USA, in in the house. Awesome, my friend. Welcome in from Indiana. It's glad to see you stop by for some morning coffee. Motorcycle scrolling, my friend. Some morning live by the 45. If anybody's ever seen inside the points on a 45, I took the cap off this morning. Somebody in the live here mentioned about there's no computer control on that one, and no, the points on these old girls are you kind of gotta assemble them as you put them in there, not like the new style points where they're all one piece. Uh, Random rants. It's Cairns, Queensland. Total opposite to Arizona landscape wise. Yeah. Someday, my friend, I'd love to ride or fly my old motorcycle over there and come and experience some Australian motorcycles, awesome, beautiful countryside, and join in and share your motorcycle culture down there. I'm sure it would be an experience of a lifetime. That our friend, you guys, if you just joined in for some live by the 45 this morning, our friend Random Rants lives up in Cairns, Queensland, Australia. He's a motorcycle man too. So anybody else new that just dropped into the live, drop us a comment where you're from. And Uh, yeah, I call that the lotto dream time. Absolutely, my friend. I'm with you on the same page. This this injury that I'm suffering my way through is no fun. Being well, July 18th be 2 years that I've been off work, so I understand the dream time or the dream time lotto fund would definitely help the situation. But anybody new in here, we're live beside the 45. I pulled the cap off the points here. Somebody was made a comment here this morning that there's no computer stuff on that one. And no, there certainly is not. Uh, random rants. I sorry, my friend, I can't make comment on that. Um, uh, about as much as I will say it's a nasty experience dealing with that. You never know who's on here. You can't tell who's who. So uh, I can't I can't make any I can't make any comment reply into that sort of a thing. So uh, I'm I'm still deep head first into that. So I kind of gotta leave it there, my friend. It's not a fun experience, put it that way. But anybody new dropped in for some live by the 45 morning motorcycle conversation, welcome in. Uh, it's my 1943 Flathead that I bought her as a bare frame and a basket case of parts, and just doing some live stream. I'm injured and can't ride my motorcycle, so I'm counting on all you guys to uh, share your motorcycle passion with me. Uh, keeps a smile on my face. Oh, Chris, my friend Mozart. Hi, Cactus. See, you are getting slowly better. I'm still looking to ride with you, brother. Drifter by fate. Unfortunately, my friend, I just went and after over a year and a half of having done physical therapy, things progressively have gotten worse in my shoulder. And the muscle in the front of our shoulder here, I've now doing physical therapy. I've completely torn it apart and got it detached off the bone. And so I'm booked in for surgery here in June. They got to stretch all this muscle back out and reattach it to my arm. So the surgeon told me, he said, you're going to wake up in a sling and you're going to be in a sling for 7 to 9 months. So unfortunately, I have a long road of recovery ahead of me yet, unfortunately. So when you're out there uh, drifting around the countryside, make a mile for me, my friend. I'm uh, I'm a long ways from it yet. So here's my motorcycle miles. Doing some live time scrolling by my old Flathead in the garage, doing some morning coffee coffee scrolling, counting on all you guys to keep a smile on my face of doing some motorcycle miles with me, for me. So yeah, it's unfortunate, stupid thing, the distracted driving and the injuries that it causes. Random rants. Thank you, my friend. Cool, cool. He says, awesome, my friend. I always appreciate you dropping in. And user 8, Wind of Change. Greetings from Russia. Sorry for my English. No worries, my friend. Welcome in. Welcome in for some morning live beside the 45. Or, well, it's morning in Arizona, 7:30 a.m. morning time in Arizona. So, I don't know, it's got to be evening where you are from in Russia. But awesome. Welcome to stop in for some morning live by the 45 motorcycle chit chat, my friend. And no worries on your English. I That's why we're all here for some motorcycle chit chat. And well, this one here, this is live beside the 45 for some coffee motorcycle chat. Over there in Russia, what kind of motorcycle do you ride? Uh, Chris Mozart, yes, I'm in Arizona. If you're down in this neck of the woods, shoot me a message. Uh, Random rant. I hope the chuck a wheelie are 15 for you on the weekend. Absolutely, my friend. Random rants. Just be careful doing them wheelies there, wild man. I don't want you getting bucked off and have to go chasing down the outback to catch back up to your wild wheelie riding. Mozart, I'll be in Apache Junction in a few. Awesome. I'm over in the south end of the valley, so we'll have to catch up for lunch one day, my friend. Unfortunately, I can't ride my motorcycle, but we can certainly get together and catch up for some lunch. So, yeah, when you get down here, shoot me a message and we'll catch up for some lunch one day. Um, Look up whatever if you're out mobile and scooting around come out the south end of the valley and punch it in your Google Map. GTC. It's a pub, kind of a local pub there. We'll catch up for some lunch one day, my friend. Be awesome. Sit around. I'm pretty sure we can find a motorcycle story or two to visit and talk about. Absolutely. Heck yeah, that sounds good, my friend. I'm uh, I'm not even since going to the orthopedic surgeon, getting new MRIs in the shoulder and stuff. I'm not even doing physical therapy anymore, so I'm uh, I'm down to basically a full time couch potato and or well, depending on how my knee's doing that day, to get out and go for a walk. Here I am, just about 2 years later, and some days my knee still swells up like a watermelon. It's The frustration has mounted, but that's why. Well, these lives here, I didn't know nothing about this live here. A couple days ago, I come out to this. Somebody asked me something about my old Flathead here, and so I come out to take a couple little short video clips, and I fat fingered the phone and whatever the way I hit the phone, here come this live thing, and I clicked on the button, and well, here we are. That's why I started doing these lives. So uh, yeah, and so it's really helped my frustration of all of you guys is dropping in for some live by the 45 motorcycle conversation. I appreciate everybody's awesome support that drops in here, and I've been asking everybody when you're out on your motorcycle to make sure you go and put a few miles on for me too. Uh, Random rants, yeah, they're pretty tame compared to the stunters. Oh yeah, some of them stunt riders, they're amazing. Amazing what they do on their motorcycles. And something something even more amazing to me than just the stunt guys is all the MotoGP and Isle of Man guys. Of course, me from being from Canada and whatever, depending on the year, 5 to 7 months of winter, I spend lots of time with the TV on and watching MotoGP and Isle of Man. And motorcycles are an incredible motorcycles and the tires, incredible, awesome piece of engineering. And guys going around the track and they're rubbing their rubbing their shoulders on the pavement. Incredible, incredible motorcycle. And the not only the motorcycle and the tires, but the guys that ride them, man, unbelievable skills. If you've never watched any of that MotoGP and Isle of Man racing, incredible, fascinating to watch for me, anyways. So, uh, Don P5J, you're like Henry Winkler. You've never rode a bike in your life. Yeah, but I've been practicing, Don. I love it, my friend. How about yourself? You ride a motorcycle too? And if you do, drop us a comment where you're from and what kind of motorcycle. This is my 1943 WLC 45-inch flathead. That I found her as a bare frame and boxes of parts and did a little custom chopper fabrication. I don't know if you've been on my channel or not, but I got a 1953 panhead chopper that's the first one that I built a set of straight up vertical handlebars for, and they're so awesome comfortable that I also on my 1982 shovel head I built straight up handlebars on it. And so when I was building this one, it's like, well, they're so awesome comfortable, I got to do the same thing on this one. So yeah, they're pretty awesome comfortable. I love them. And then as well, I did some custom fabrication. uh have done lots of cross country road trip miles over the years, and so on a couple of my old motorcycles, I've got rigid mount sissy bars, and on this one here, these that's what these leather straps are for tying my gear on. So I always I never leave home without my sleeping bag. So my sleeping bag packs in here, and then on top of it, my clothes bag. And on my other bikes, on my shovel head and pan head, with the rigid mount custom sissy bar, always thinking to myself, how in the heck can I make my sissy bar more comfortable? Well, let's make it adjustable. So this one here, these uh, these levers, they're off of they're off an old McCormick uh, binder, and so they're all they're manual adjusted. And squeeze the lever, squeeze the handle here, and it lifts that up out of the ratchet, and then I can adjust my sissy bar, so I can adjust my backrest throughout the day for my sitting position. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. A little creative tinkering time, fun stuff to do. Uh, like Don. Oh, I read that one. Henry Winkler. Uh, Joe Smith. ZI2BR. Dropping money into a turd equals still a turd. Well, I'd suggest you don't do that, Joe. If you haven't figured that out, take your own advice, my friend. So, but regardless, if that's what you're doing, if that's what you're happy doing, welcome to it. And other than that, welcome in for some live beside the 45. And yeah, what kind of motorcycle do you ride, or what? Yeah, what kind of turd do you ride? Sorry to hear that you're doing that, but we don't do that here on this here channel. This is all awesome motorcycle life. It don't matter what kind of motorcycle you ride, but you're the first one that claims he rides one of those. So welcome to it. Random rants. 200 kilometers an hour was more than fast enough on a bike. Your mortality shrinks the faster you go. 300K would be insane, man. Oh man, no kidding. You occasionally you see a close-up view of some of them Isle of Man racers, and you can see catch glimpses of their speedometer. They're 300 plus kilometers an hour. It's just couldn't imagine it. But the the talent of them riders and the motorcycles is absolutely outstanding. Uh, Archer Q2M, nice saddle, Uncle Diddy. Thank you kindly, sir. Yes, sir. Good old rigid frame, but got a spring ride seat. Makes for pretty awesome cross country traveling. Having a spring ride seat on the old school rigid solid frame. What you got a nice awesome spring ride seat on your motorcycle too? There, Archer, or what kind of motorcycle do you ride? Drop in the comments here and we'll share it with everybody. Yeah, exactly. Random rants, and I don't think it's one of them. I think it's a awesome old school, cool motorcycle. I guess I guess that makes a difference between those of us that are motorcycle men to the ones who aren't. And in my opinion, there's those of us that are motorcycle people, and then there's some of the others that, well, we don't even talk about them. Uh, Big J Prophet, welcome in, my friend. Welcome to some live beside the 45, my friend. Uh, J Prophet, what kind of bike? It's a 1943 WLC 45-inch flathead Harley Davidson. It's the old military model motorcycle that it's by no means original. I bought it as a basket case, and then I built it into my own little chopper. Just put some of my own creativity into it. I'm not sure if you've scrolled through my channel at all, but I've got three of my old motorcycles that I've custom built my own handlebars on. My rusty old Panhead 1953 Panhead chopper. That's the first one that I built a set of handlebars out of 1/2 inch square bar, and they're so awesome comfortable that I did the same thing on my shovel head, and then I went ahead and did the same thing on my old flathead. And yeah, some fun little motorcycle, old rigid frame, kickstart, 3-speed, uh, the old style rocker foot clutch. If you're familiar with the rocker clutch, this is the rocker here, and the function of it is it's a heel toe. You put your heel on it, you push your heel down, and that disengages the clutch. And then this one here, it's a 3-speed transmission with the shifter gate on the tank, shifter in gear, and then back on your clutch function, you push your toe down to engage. So yeah, that's the function of how the rocker clutch works. If you weren't familiar with it, uh, random rants. I don't think Archer is riding motorbikes. Yeah, probably not. Ray Finley, foot clutch. I could probably do that. Always getting ideas watching these streams. I appreciate it. Well, thank you kindly, Ray Finley, and that's to me that's what makes us all motor. I call it a motorcycle man. Of it doesn't matter what kind of motorcycle we ride. It's our passion for two wheels and freedom in the wind is that's what it's all about to me. And as far as I'm concerned, for the most part of you guys that all stop in here, stop by my live, I love it. I love sharing the passion with everybody of our motorcycle. Doesn't matter what kind of motorcycle. It's two wheels and freedom in the wind. So there you go, Ray Finley. You'll have to try yourself try yourself a set of handlebars. It, and I don't know if you've seen this when I've shown my adjustable sissy bar. Anybody new on here? If you haven't seen it, I have my on my other old choppers. Have my sissy bars are rigid mounted, and the cross country motorcycle traveling that I do, I've always thought to myself, how can I make my sissy bar more adjustable? So this piece here, and then the lever and the mechanism, that's all off an old McCormick binder. So it's awesome being able to adjust your backrest every day. Squeeze the handle here, and then it functions that up out of the ratchet, and then you can adjust your sissy bar. So having the adjustable backrest throughout the day works out pretty awesome. It's all day comfort for all day riding. Uh, hang on, where'd we go? Oh yeah, there we go. Ray Finley. Yeah, if uh, if you see any more of my wild creations, there, Ray, don't be shy to ask. I love sharing the passion of motorcycle with everybody. Random rants. Is it a smooth takeoff with that clutch? Yes, absolutely it is. It's so this here on my 43, my 53, and 63 and 82, I've got all got dry clutches on 'em. And so I guess they probably hook up they probably hook up a little quicker and harder than your oil clutch. But yeah, once you get used to, it's like any clutch on your motorcycle. When you adjust the clutch on the hand lever, it always feels a little different until you get used to it. Once you're used to it, it doesn't take long. It just becomes natural function. And so yeah, this clutch is or these foot clutches are the same way. It's just once you get used to the feel of where it's adjusted, it yeah, it's pretty easy function to them. Uh, where else? Michael Thomas, welcome in to some live by the 45 there, Michael. You drop us a comment. Uh, what kind of motorcycle do you ride? This is my old 45. Random rant. Here's a poem I memorized 30 years ago. Entombed within the hearts of those that ride the beasts of steel is the spirit of the warrior eternal. Well, there you go. uh, that's a good one, Random Rants. Thanks for sharing that with us. Uh, that's a cool. I just screenshot your poem there, Random Rants. Uh, Big J Prophet. He asks, "Why do you put your handlebars straight?" Uh, because I can. They're awesome, comfortable to hang on to. You hold your hand out in front of you. That's normal position. Your thumb up, right? Grab onto the handlebars. So they're awesome, and it's fun to do something different. They normal handlebars, you rotate and twist your old forearm and your wrist and everything. Where these here, it's natural hand and arm position. And so the first set of handlebars I built on my channel. I don't know if you've been on there or not, but I built my first set of vertical handlebars out of 1/2 inch square bar on my 53 panhead. That's the first set that I built, and I just wanted to build a do some old school garage built by hand stuff, and so it's 1/2 inch square bar that I tied in a knot, and I loved the way they turned out, and so when I stood them on the bike and they look so, I love the look of them, whatever they might not be everybody's choice, but I love the look of them, and to me, they suit the bike, and turns out riding them, they're so awesome comfortable that I did the same thing on my 82 shovel head, built a set of straight up handlebars, and then so when I built my 43 flathead, well, she's gonna get a set up straight up handlebars too, and so that's kind of the reason why. Uh, yeah, I watched your shorts. So yeah, so you've seen my 53. That's the on my 53. Those that 1/2 inch square bar. That's the first set of them that I built, and I love the look of the bike. It's I guess it's my style, and love how she turned out from. I built that one out of a basket case too, so they might not be everybody's choice, but that's uh, that's the awesome part of life, making your own choice and freedom. So random rants, had it on a poster back in the day. Yeah, that's cool, my friend. That's awesome, cool. Like I said, I screenshot it, so I got a picture of it. Otherwise, it's hard to keep up. Ray Finley, yeah, the sissy bar is brilliant. Never seen another like it. Thank you kindly, Ray. It and back to Big J Prophet. Different strokes for different folks. Absolutely, my friend. Yeah, and so on the back of the sissy bar, because on the old 45s, the right hand tank, that's the oil tank, and on the left side, so it makes a small gas tank. That's 3.5 gallons, and so that's why on the back of the sissy bar, I got a 3 gallon auxiliary tank mounted on here, hanging on the back of the sissy bar, and I got it hanging on a leather strap here that it's well, it's saddle leather, so I'm pretty sure if it'll hold them old cowboys on the back of on the back of his horse with a saddle. It'll hold 3 gallons of gas. So I got it hanging loose like that. That way it doesn't get away in the way of uh, of that adjustable sissy bar. When I function the sissy bar, it just it kind of hangs and dangles around in its place there. So riding down the road, whatever, it might jiggle around a little bit, but it can't go nowhere. So they it can't get out of the leather strap because down in the bottom, I punched a hole in the strap, so the fitting's coming through the middle of the strap, so it can't go nowhere. And then the auxiliary tank, I got a hose running down along the frame, and then down under my butt cheek, I got the hose coming along here with its own shutoff valve. And out of the shutoff valve, I got the hose running up and teed in here underneath the main petcock. So when I'm out on the highway running, I run this back tank empty first. And then when I run out of gas, close it and uh, and then flip the main tank on and away we go. So yeah, it gives me 6.5 gallons of gas for running. So uh where are we here? Big J Profit, different strokes for different folks. Absolutely, my friend. How about yourself? You got a custom built old motorcycle that you ride too, or what kind of motorcycle do you ride? Drop us in the comments where you're from and what kind of motorcycle you ride. Random rants. Don't take them off. But there better not be some dodgy welds hidden under that material on your bars. You mean on here? So I built these handlebars. I got them done and put on here at 2 o'clock in the morning before I packed up and headed to California. And so instead of spending any any time, I didn't worry about it. I instead of even putting any effort into clean the welds up. Come on, zoom in. I welded them on there. There we go. The welds are good. uh, like I said, I got them done at 2 o'clock in the morning, so I wasn't too concerned about what the welds looked like. And that way, I've always got a grease rag to wipe my greasy fingers off, right available, handy, blowing in the wind with me. So, yeah, it's all about function. So, yeah, yeah, there you go. There, uh, there's there's the dodgy welds for you. Goober on and go. One thing about welding, ugly but strong. Strong's the most important part. So that little bandana for a grease rag does a fine job, and it don't even need paint on it. So uh, that's a freaking huge oil tank then. Yeah, well, whatever. Put 3.5 or 4 quarts of oil in it. You could put more in it, but it it's got too it's too big. There's a tube inside of it that if you it'll overflow into that tube on on the return tube. It's lower down inside the tank, so if you put too much oil in there, the oil flows backwards if it's not running and fills uh, the cases full of oil. Random rants. Oh my God, so dodgy. I wish I didn't see that. My bucket head hurts now. There you go. Here, I can leave this up for you, and you can when you when you go to when you go to sleep, you can dream about ugly but strong. Like I said, 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to California. I know they ain't gonna break and fall apart. So there you go, random rants. So all right, who else we got here dropped into the lives this morning? Bucket heads or welders over here. Oh, is that what you call them? Bucket heads? Oh boy. Well, I guess that's a new that's a new term for a welder. I've never heard that, a welder being called a bucket head. I might have to borrow that from you once in a while. That's pretty funny. A bucket head. Yeah. The- Job application. What do you do? I'm a bucket head. Do you think what kind of comments would you get out of that? Or it might be the the catchy title to your job position you're applying for. Yeah, I'm a bucket head. Right on. Random rants, no nightmare fuel, he says. I'm an extremely good bucket head. Well, that's awesome to hear, my friend. It's always awesome to have some multi-talented skills of being a bucket head. uh, I think for the most part here in North America, they call them welders, or there possibly some other choice names, but we won't bring those up on our live stream here. All right, you guys. Well, random rants. It must be 1 o'clock in the morning there. You better get some shut eye. I think I'm gonna skin out of the live here for this morning, and I want to try and I want to get my big wall map up hanging on the wall behind me here so that I want to start putting a pin in the map of if you guys want to share where you're from. We're gonna start pinning a map here of while I'm doing these lives. Gives me something fun to do while I'm injured and can't ride. So, all right, my friend. Thank you, everybody. Gonna skin out of here for try and get my big wall map hanging up here today, and then we'll be back in for some afternoon live beside the 45, my friends. All right, my friends. We'll chat with you later. Have an awesome sleep or day, whichever part of the planet you're on. Cheers, my friend. We're out.